Welcome to my channel where I chat about my science, career search, improve my communication skills and deliver presentations. I'm Paul Yateman, an experienced microbiologist of 15 years seeking a return to the lab. If you are a subscriber, welcome back. Today I will talk about the one choice you should be making at the end of your job interview. Watching a lot of job seeking advice videos here on YouTube, I get the impression that recruiters think that job seekers have multiple interviews with multiple companies and can pick and choose. Unless you're a superstar looking for a new job, have lots of spare time to attend interview after interview after interview, then that's not the case, and even then, that's probably not the case. In today's video, I discuss the reality and what you should be considering at your interview. In my opinion, there is only one choice you should be making at the end of an interview. Over the years, I have attended multiple interviews and only once was I interviewing with multiple companies concurrently. 3 of them, I'm pretty sure. That made for some polished interviews after 3 weeks. What does having a small number of interviews mean for us as job hunters? Rather than attending an interview and deciding if you want to work for the employer, and you should have a pretty good idea about that anyway because you've done your research. I assume you haven't applied for a position at Bill Blogg's company and you actually hate Bill Blogg's company, because if you're doing that, stop it. What you should be deciding is if you can work for the employer in the role advertised, or perhaps the role that is offered to you if they have actually considered you for a different role than the one you've actually applied for an interview for. So, what do I mean by this? You applied for a job you can do or think you can do, and the employer thinks you can do it because otherwise you wouldn't have got an interview. You did not apply for a job you did not want to do, and if you did, as I said, stop it. The only time you should be applying for anything like that is if you are sure you'll get an interview and you want to practice your interview technique. However, what that means is you're wasting the interviewer's time, and there are lots of other ways to obtain interview skills and practice. Perhaps set up your own YouTube channel like I've done, because one point of this is to improve how I communicate information. And hopefully that means that when I get to an interview stage, I come across as fluent in speaking and speak clearly and all that stuff that you need to do at an interview to show that you're the best person for that job. And also, you applied at a company you think you could work for at a location that you have no concerns about getting to for the next 2+ years or so. For my 2-year plan, refer to my video about that. What you are doing at the interview is confirming the job is what was advertised, and you are able to build a good rapport with the interviewers, at least of which one is going to be who you are directly reporting to. At least that's how interviews generally work. If you confirm that the role you are at an interview for is the one that you applied for and the responsibilities listed in that advertisement are actually what you'll be doing, and even if they're not, more on that in a sec, and you also get along with those interviewing you, then you've managed to build that rapport, then the answer to do I want to work here, which should really be, can I work here in the offered role, is yes indeed, I do want to work here, sign me up. Occasionally you may be offered a role at another site or one that is similar to the role you applied for. The same deal applies. Do you think you would be capable of performing the role, and do you get along with the interviewers? If yes to both, then that's a good start. One interview I went for was in Bayswater, and they asked me if I would consider working at their Portland site, which is 300 and something k's away, I think. Could be good for you, not good for me. In this video, we've discussed the one decision you should be making with regards to your desire to work at a company whose interview you are attending. So basically, in summary, do you want to work there in that role that is offered to you? In my next video, I will discuss how to address not enough recent relevant experience. If you have found this video interesting or informative, consider subscribing, sharing, liking or commenting. I consider all relevant feedback as positive, as without a feedback loop, improving is difficult. This has been Paul Yateman, Bachelor of Science and Scientist Seeking Career Satisfaction. Until next time, Qapla'!